Welcome back, everybody, to Wager Talk TV. I have the winning picks in Game 6 of the Eastern Conference NHL playoffs between the Buffalo Sabres and the Montreal Canadiens. Will the Sabres be able to stave off elimination and continue to win on the road like they've been doing since early December? Or will the Montreal Canadiens ride the momentum of that dominating win in Game 5 at Buffalo and close out the series to advance to play Carolina in the Eastern Conference Finals? I have those answers and much more coming up shortly. Folks, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, Wager Talk TV, it's absolutely free to do so. Just hit that subscribe button, and while you're at it, folks, click on the alert notification bell for Wager Talk TV, and we'll notify you immediately upon any of our great content going up on our great channel. We're approaching 250,000 subscribers. For those of you who have subscribed to us, we thank you very much for your support over the years. And for those who haven't, well, like I said, hitting that subscribe button is absolutely free. You'll be privy to some of the best sports betting experts in all the world here at Wager Talk TV. Be kind enough to give my video a like today. Just a small token of appreciation for the time, work, and effort I put in to bring you a quality free pick video each and every time I appear here on Wager Talk TV. All right, so the Buffalo Sabres at the Montreal Canadiens. The opening puck drop is slated for 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time from the Bell Center in Montreal. The Montreal Canadiens are up in the series 3-2 after winning Game 5 in Buffalo 6-3. The Canadiens overcame a 3-2 deficit and overwhelmed the Sabres in the last two periods of that game and came away with another road victory. I'd say another road victory because they're 2-1 on the road in this series. Montreal right now, as we speak, is a minus 170 money line favorite, and the Buffalo Sabres are plus 143. On the puck line, the Montreal Canadiens are minus 1.5 at odds of plus 145. The Buffalo Sabres plus 1.5 at odds of minus 180. I am going to have a money line and puck line play in this game. We'll get to that real quickly after my analysis, telling you exactly why I've arrived at those decisions. Like I alluded to, Buffalo coming off that 6-3 home loss in Game 5. They're now 2-4 during these playoffs at home, which it's hard to advance real deep when you're not winning at home. But on the other hand, the Sabres are 4-1 in playoff away games in 2026. As a matter of fact, the Sabres, since December 9th of 2025, they've gone 26-7 on the money line in their last 33 road games. And that includes 6-0 in their last 6 as an away underdog of plus 115 to plus 160. I should say 6-0 their last 6 as a money line away underdog of plus 115 to plus 160. Both these teams are pretty similar in that regard. Montreal, much better on the road than they've been at home. And the Sabres are a tad better on the road than they are at home. So, similarities both ways, similarities in style. Montreal really, in the games they've won in this series, have really been dominant. And the Sabres, they had some timely scoring in Game 1 to win that game 4-2. They came up with a huge win in Game 4 at Montreal, 3-2. You could have made a case that Montreal played good enough to win in that game, but they didn't. The Sabres are now 8-2 in their last 10 when coming off a loss by 2 goals or more, like they did in Game 5. Montreal, when they've had a lead in a series against the two series were against Tampa Bay and Buffalo. When they had a lead in those series, 0-4 after taking the lead in the series during this postseason, 0-3 in the Tampa Bay series and 0-1 in the Sabres series. So something to keep in mind there. One of those losses, like I said, against the Sabres, that came in Game 4 in a 3-2 defeat. Montreal is just 2-3 at home in the postseason and 5-2 on the road. So, like I said, similarities on both ends between the Buffalo Sabres and Montreal Canadiens in terms of home and away splits. And the Canadiens have gone just 8-14 in their last 22 games this season as a money line home favorite of between minus 120 to minus 160. And don't forget, the Sabres have gone 6-0 in their last 6 as a money line away underdog of plus 115 to plus 160. So within these parameters, Buffalo has shined and Montreal has not. So we're going to go with the Buffalo Sabres here, plus 145, I should have. And this says 140, but it should be 145. And then we're also going to go with the Buffalo Sabres plus 1.5 minus 180. You know, folks, I very rarely lay the juice that high, but really what I'm doing here is creating a Buffalo Sabres plus 1 play. And that protects us. If we lose by a goal, we're at the very worst going to break even. The only way we're going to lose both bets is if they lose by 2 or more goals. And that's been a rarity this season for Buffalo, albeit Montreal has done that twice in this series so far. But we're going to go with Sabres plus 140. And the Canadiens, let me get that up for you guys. Sabres plus 145, not 140, Ross. And here we go. Let's show that. Sabres plus 145 and Sabres plus 1.5 minus 180 over the Canadiens. 2 picks, winning picks, that is, for tonight's Game 6 in the Eastern Conference semifinal series between Buffalo and Montreal. My hot streaks all have been scrolling across the bottom of the screen, folks. You can find me at wagertalk.com, get all my daily packages as well as my all access plans at my personal link at wagertalkwt.buzz/RB. That's WT.buzz/RB. Until the next time, have a great weekend, folks. For Wager Talk TV and Ross Benjamin, take care and God bless.